What's up, guys? How you all doing? Hey, welcome to another Maker Monday. Today we're going to be checking out some different cool little things, giving you a little update, and let's look at some pretty cool tool of the day. So, ought to be pretty cool. So if you like that, stay tuned. All right, and first up on the block, and those of you that might be just joining me, what I've ended up doing to change our format around is I've been looking at projects that are posted to Reddit. I try to post at least one project every day of the week, and then we review kind of all of them on Monday, as well as definitely check out, you can post your project to my Reddit page. I'm r/misperry on Reddit. If you want to post your stuff to there and show me what projects you are working on, you will be featured on Maker Monday. So don't forget to do that, as well as I'll try to put the link down in the description. I keep forgetting to do it, but for the Dropbox, so that way if you want to post something directly for me to look at and show off here, if you have like certain files or pictures or videos or whatever, there's a Dropbox down below that you can post that stuff to as well, and I will review it for you guys and show off your project right here on Maker Monday. So let's get into it. So the first thing I saw, I thought this was just fun. I posted this today. It was the Porman's mirror for about 20 bucks. So it looks like it says weak weather, shitty news, that poor man indeed. I love reading comments. These comments are just fantastic. But it looks like what he did was he basically just put into just a regular NEC monitor, apparently, just some two-way mirror, plastic glass, and yeah, looks like that's doing pretty good for him. So thought that was fun. So I just wanted to remind everyone, you can overcomplicate things. Oh, bear a moment. This is the good Oktoberfest. Do those of you know that Sam Adams has released their Oktoberfest? Oh, magnificent. Bear a moment. So, yeah, grab yours. Sit down. Check this out. All right, so down here we've got a Bluetooth module. I thought this was kind of neat. It's the the RYB 0801 Lite. Very, very, very small BLE module, which those of you who don't know, that stands for Bluetooth Low Energy. So it's one of the very, very low energy using Bluetooth modules, which is actually pretty cool. Thought of that idea. I was working on Home Assistant stuff because I took the poll. I got the results of the poll. I'll even show you guys that here in just a minute. We'll have to pull that up. But you guys said that you liked more than anything the Home Assistant stuff, followed by Raspberry Pi stuff, followed by, I think, the Arduino stuff. So we'll be trying to do more Home Assistant things, as well as more Raspberry Pi. I got a ton of Raspberry Pi stuff, actually, believe it or not. I went through and thought up all kinds of different things to do with it. So we got a lot of cool stuff coming on that one. In fact, the video for this week is going to be Raspberry Pi based, as well as some cool review stuff for those of you who have had a lot of questions here lately for Zigbee. So we got some stuff on that. But this specific module I may order and play with because I was thinking of for the blinds. The problem with the blinds is that you have to have Wi-Fi, right? And the Wi-Fi just chews batteries. I mean, it just eats through the battery to have a Wi-Fi connection always on. So you need to put it to sleep. The only problem is you can't really do like a wake on LAN or something like that with Wi-Fi, or at least not that I know. Now, let me know down in the description or down in the comment section if you know how to do like a wake on LAN where you can put it into deep sleep mode and somehow turn the Wi-Fi on. But the problem is you got to turn on the receiver. I mean, it's just I don't see any way around it, so I don't think you can do that. It's not always connected when you put it into sleep mode. But Bluetooth, you can put into sleep mode and basically wake it up, or at least put it into that very low powered mode. So I was thinking you could put a module that plugs into the wall, right? That's the Bluetooth like master, and then it talks to all the Bluetooth slaves. So actually the drive motors for the blinds are Bluetooth connected to a home unit that is then connected to power 24/7, and then that Wi-Fi is back to where you don't worry because you're plugged into the wall. You don't need batteries. I don't know, just ideas. Moving on, I thought this was really cool way to do drawers. This guy has basically servo-controlled drawers. So he made it where you just barely touch the drawer and it moves. Now he's got some sort of motion sensor. I don't know if you can see that right there. There's like a little motion sensor. So I don't know if maybe you wave in front of that or something and it comes up or it opens up or whatever. I don't know. Could be interesting. So anyway, but I thought that was an interesting deal. He had some servo motors that were connected to his drawers, and how I guess maybe he has a switch on the back of that or something, but you can see the wires down the side. So that was kind of interesting. Of course, there is the Nextcloud testing. Those of you that don't know, I put together a Nextcloud storage solution that's basically your own personal cloud using a Raspberry Pi and 2 external hard drives. Now, there's been a lot of questions behind that, so I'm going to kind of answer a couple of them real quick. Some of the questions were like, what kind of hard drives are you using? I'm just using the MyBook. In fact, I can probably just find them. The MyBook Western Digital MyBook. Yes, these. So let's see here, I'm bringing this up. Look, it's Amazon. I was using these because these basically have, I don't know if it's going to show me. Is it going to show me? No, it's not going to show me. These basically have an external power supply to them. So really, the only thing connecting to the Raspberry Pi is just the data lines, essentially, is the USB 3 connection. But they have an external power supply, so that way it's not drawing power from the Pi itself, because when you're dealing with spindle drives, I would probably say hooking it up directly to the Pi would be okay, as long as it was a solid-state drive. If they were all solid states, then you're probably fine. But with the motors and stuff, and the seeking and all that stuff that the motors do inside spindle drives, that's the drives that, you know, have a platter and it actually has a motor that spins it, and moving parts. Those have inertia and things, so you're going to have spikes in the current and things like that. So if you're powering it from the Pi only, they might actually have problems. So you may not want to do that. So I used the Western Digital MyBooks. You can use any one that you want. Doesn't have to be the Western Digital ones, but just make sure it has an external power supply, and then that way you don't have to worry about the power requirements coming through that little USB-C connector. I mean, even though there's more power because there's parallel lines coming through the USB-C, it's still not enough to run 2 hard drives, let alone like 4 hard drives if you're wanting to do that. So anyway, take that as you may. But anyway, I've got the testing video is up where I put some together and did some testing. I did not test Gig Ethernet. That is true. I had someone ask that question. That is true. I did not test the Gig Ethernet. So that's not in there. So if you want to do that, I might be able to hook that up. I think my router is a Gigi router, but the switch that I have is not Gigi, so I'd have to connect it directly to the router and things like that. But let me know if you want those stats. I may just do it in like an update or something, or maybe on a Maker Monday I'll announce it. I won't do a whole video for that. But basically in this video, I just basically test uploading, downloading, and I forgot to test downloading, so I apologize for that. Those of you, it downloaded really fast. Like when I downloaded stuff, I didn't do an actual speed test. I should have. But, and maybe I'll do that. Let me know in the comments if you want to know stuff like that, like speed testing, Gigi, things like that with the Nextcloud. Let me know, and I can maybe do that and just do a post or something. Post it to YouTube and the different social medias and stuff. And that reminds me, if you are not subscribed, definitely hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, as well as check me out on the different social medias, because I also do post things to Twitter and Facebook quite regularly. Whenever I post things to YouTube, I post them there as well. So if you have Twitter or Facebook, that works out better for you instead of YouTube. I'm there as well, so go down there and click those links and definitely hit follow. But I will release that in a post if you like it. Just let me know down in the comments below. But that's basically what that video was. So we got that last week, as well as I've been watching this guy. He's been doing this project of putting his smart tablet here, and he's got it where it will automatically turn the display on and off based on things that happen. So I guess apparently he's got a script that will put it to sleep and wake it up when you wave at it or walk in front of it. So that was kind of cool to check out. So those of you that may want to put like a panel, I have kind of a panel that really sits on a table in my kitchen that has the touch screen or whatever. But this is kind of an elegant way to put a panel like on the wall where you can walk up to it and touch it and things like that. It's kind of basically kind of like a Jarvis that runs your house in a sense. But I thought that was kind of a cool idea. Then we have our original stuff that we had posted that we covered in the last Maker Monday. So I apologize, guys, that I didn't get more things posted. But in that essence, let's go ahead and let's just take a look at it now. Might as well. So we've got some different things. I saw this one. This was a way to automate a dumb coffee maker. I thought that was possibly interesting. Looks like he made like a little servo motor. I don't know if you can see that here. Let me get it bigger. He's got like a little servo motor that goes pink. So that's actually pretty cool. What is that thing called? It's called SwitchBot. Look, it's basically a servo motor. No way. You put it on and it clicks the switch for you. Well, I'll be. Well, that's pretty cool. So, little switch pot. All right, cool. That's kind of an interesting way of automating a coffee pot or anything else. We may have to get some of those. Those look like fun. Let me know down in the description. You want me to get some of those and play with them and integrate them into Home Assistant and whatnot? That actually sparks my interest. That's actually kind of cool. Let's see. We've got playing with my Logic and 7-segment LED drivers. So somebody working on some 7-segment stuff. We've got some Rick and Morty things. Ah, geez, 20-minute in and out of the adventure of Morty. I like pictures. I'm sorry. If you post to Reddit, you need to post more pictures because I love looking at projects. So I've got my first electronics project, an Atari-compatible controller. So they made an Atari controller out of 4 buttons on a breadboard. How slick is that? What is this? The Brita Auto Refill IoT project. So it looks like they have a Brita filter, apparently, and they're wanting to auto refill it. That could be interesting. So what do we got? What do we got here? So he's got like a Brita filter, Brita pitcher we're putting in here. And then we're basically got a pump. Looks like he's got some sort of little pump here. Ooh, that's hot snotted in. Hey, whatever works, man, I guess. But it basically refills the pitcher. So how does it sense if it's empty? Or maybe not. Maybe it's a deal that you shove it in there and then it just starts filling. That's true. I'd probably do like an auto beer refiller. That'd be cool. And then we've got some stuff with a pogo pin fixture for the ESP8266. Looks like, oh, for programming it. Oh, that's a good point. Right now, I also have my 8266 programmer on sale there on the Tindy. So if you want a programming helper, that's basically something that you can plug your deal into, and it has the button already there for the reset and puts it into programmable mode and things like that. If you want that, yeah, you can get that at the Tindy store. So okay, so that's some pretty cool reviews for us. So I think it's now time for the tool of the day. Hooray! And today's tool of the day is the Hantek AC/DC current clamp, which is the CC65. This is a great little tool. It's for a scope. So that way, if you want to read currents, now a lot of times on a scope, you can take and put a current shunt in, like a 1 ohm resistor, basically, which is a current shunt, and measure the voltage across it. Now, normally you have to have a pretty good sized shunt if you're doing something big. Plus, then depending on the resistance of the shunt, you know, it can be wrong and whatever. And then connecting into your circuit may not be as easy. This one's just basically a slick little current clamp. Fantastic. Has the effective measurement range of 20 milliamps to 65 amp. So it has a pretty decent range on it. And it's nice because you can get it into your scope. So if you want to do current measurements and stuff. And so, tool of the day, link as usual is down in the description. Any of the links today will be down there, so definitely go check that out because this is definitely a great and handy little tool to have around whenever you need to look at the actual current waveform, especially when you're dealing with AC circuits or any kind of alternating stuff. It's nice to be able to see the current on your scope. So that's a great way to do it. So with the Hantek. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching today. We got some cool videos coming up. Like I said, I've got some new Home Assistant-y stuff. So if you guys like the Home Assistant videos, I got more stuff coming. We got a sponsor for the channel that has delivered me some different pieces. So there's going to be a giveaway that's going to be coming up along with the next Home Assistant video. So check that out. It's probably not going to be this week. It may be next week, or maybe it'll be this week and maybe I'll do it next week. I don't know. It just depends. I'm going to have to film some stuff, and I'm going to start kind of a little bit of a mini series on some stuff with the Raspberry Pi. So I don't know. It just depends on how it all lines out, or I may just sprinkle it in between the series on the Raspberry Pi. I don't know. Once I figure it out, you'll definitely know. But know the new videos are coming. And with that, yes, I have some Raspberry Pi stuff that's coming. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Definitely check out down below. Check out the t-shirts. We got some new t-shirts that are going in. I'm sure that you will like it. They are basically discipline specific. So whatever you're a fan of, whether it's aerospace engineering, electrical, mechanical, structural, whatever, I'm sure there's a t-shirt down there for you. As well as if you're just somebody that loves tinkering just like me and you love being a nerd in engineering, definitely check out the t-shirts down below. That will help the channel as well as help you show off your pride for the great wonderful science of engineering. So guys, thank you so much. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and hit that subscribe button down below and ring the bell so that way you make sure and don't miss anything, because otherwise it won't alert you if you don't. So make sure and ring the bell, as well as check me out on all the different social medias. There's Instructables out there. There's Facebook and Twitter. So guys, thank you so much, and we will catch you next time.